Hello, everyone. Welcome, YouTube friends. You have caught us on Chat Gauntlet Day. It's Friday around here. That means instead of drafting against randos on MTG Arena, I'm going to draft against friends and viewers here on mtgadraft.herokuapp.com, third-party website made by Senryoku, and it basically is a tool to draft off of the client, and then you export your draft results into the client and use the friend challenge system to battle on MTG Arena. Not only does this allow you to draft without paying gems or gold, it allows you to draft and play in pod. It's very exciting. You can draft in pod on Arena now, but you can't play in pod. That means playing your matches against the same 7 people that you drafted with. It really changes the experience. I mean, Magic is great. I'm happy to draft and play out of pod, but there is something special about in pod play, especially in what we're doing today, which is Cube. One of my big issues with out of pod play in Cube is kind of twofold. And they overlap a bit, basically, but Cube is historically and inherently a singleton format. You only get one copy of every card, and one of the fun, interesting strategic parts of Cube is knowing that if you have a card in your pile, nobody else has it in theirs, and that's part of your strategic consideration as you're making your decisions in your games. Against randos, that's not true. You may face cards that you are in your deck, and it's Magic, it's fine, but it just has a different feel to it than a classic Cube experience, draft and play in pod. And kind of the other part of that, the overlap thing I don't like is the mirror matches. That not that you can't have maybe a Cube can support 2 aggressive red decks or something, but still, even if that happens, they're going to be using different red cards, right? Like if I have the Embercleave, I know that you don't, that kind of thing. But generally what it does is makes mirror matches much less likely. And you can call that a feature or a bug depending on how much you like to play a given mirror of a given archetype. But once again, in general, I like the feel of an in-pod Cube draft where you know that if I've staked out my claim into this very specific archetype, nobody else is going to be doing it, and I think that's more interesting and more fun than the increased number of mirror matches that you might see in this MTG Arena style approach. So besides the budget reasons, not having to pay gems or gold, besides getting to draft against people I know instead of strangers, the in-pod stuff is just the cherry on top of all this, especially when it comes to Cube. So I'm super excited about that. And the cube we have today is the new Tinkerer's Cube. We barely got it up, like 5 minutes before going live. Mianthril did a differential between the old cube and the new one, and we got the latest list at the last second. That means we're all going in a little blind in terms of the changes, except for Mianthril. In the draft and did the differential. I see why now. Anyway, it's all good. We're all gonna be kind of feeling it out and seeing what's going on here. This is a Tinkerer's Cube. Normally, cubes tend to be about power level, just like what are the most powerful strategies we can make using the cards available to us for this cube, and that's what Wizards has done for the most part. But when they introduce this Tinkerer's Cube, it's a little bit different of an angle. It basically is more build-around-y. That's my, I haven't done a deep dive into the list, but if I were making something called a Tinkerer's Cube, there'd basically be fewer sweepers. You don't want no control, or else, like, what are you even doing? Like, you got to have some answers to every, it's not going to be a healthy format, but you can reduce the amount of mess with you, reduce the amount of just straightforward, here's some mid-range creature stuff, and instead focus on synergies and really archetypical builds, so looking for build-arounds and looking to go deep on them, and then expecting that there's just less disruption. You take the powerful disruption in Magic, the counter spells, the removal, the sweepers, and you reduce that a little bit. Not cut it out, but you reduce it a little bit so that these themes of synergy and tinkering can really shine, right? Because they're less disrupted, but you don't want no disruption or else people feel helpless. So it's an interesting balance. And again, I haven't looked at the list. I'm just saying that if this were my cube to manage, this is what I would be thinking about, and how to deliver on the experience of something even called Tinkerer's Cube and what that means. And of course, one of the main things about cubes, and if you're a blossoming cube designer, perhaps this is one of my main messages to you: no lies. You cannot lie with your cards. And what I mean is, if you put in a payoff, a synergistic payoff, like whenever you gain life, awesomeness, right? If you have that card in your cube and then there's no support for life gain, you are lying to your drafters in a way that's really bad. And I know that Wizards knows this extremely well. So one thing I'm pretty confident in is that if I see a build around card in a Tinkerer's Cube, I can take it knowing that the tools are there to support it. The biggest fail you can do as a cube designer is to represent something as supported that's not supported. So I'm going to trust in Wizards and know that if I see what looks like a synergistic lane, that I can chase it and know that they've put that there deliberately. So if you want to put something deliberately into your latest commander deck, maybe your latest modern deck or whatever, I know where you can find them. You go to cardkingdom.com and you can deliberate over everything there and then deliberately put stuff into your shopping cart and get it delivered to your door. And then you're going to upgrade your Magic experience with your friends at home, your family you're playing with in these shelter-in-place times. And I know, I'm also itching to get vaccinated and get back to FNM and get back to just casual drafts at friends' house. Adam, I don't know if Adam's here today, but boy, I miss drafting at Adam's. And anyway, you can check them out at my affiliate link at the chat or the YouTube notes and the panels below. And that lets them know you got there from here. And that helps keep me on the air. So check out my sponsor, Card Kingdom, and check out our other sponsor, Oni Spumoni at Spumoni Works. You can get lots of sweet merch over at Spumoni Works. And if you use the Go Shopping 15% discount code, you'll also be signing Oni up for some graphic design work around here. So help me out with that. And now help me out with pack one, pick one. Let's hop over to the left monitor. Also, I'll show you something. Want to see something? Just for you all. Here is our excellent mtgadraft.herokuapp.com website. We've got our 8 participants ready. I'm super excited about this. I don't know what's in this cube. I took one glance at it and can see that life gain is definitely a thing. So we'll try that. Well, I don't know if we'll do that deck, but I'm saying that's about the only thing I know about this cube right now is that life gain is a thing. Shall we do a ready check and see if we're good to go here? I am ready. $5C life gain. How about 5C Golos? That's if we get Golos, we'll definitely do that. All right. A lot of options here. We've got Merfolk Skydiver. Emery is an interesting build around with artifacts from graveyard. That's appealing. So what I am looking for here are really nice build arounds to start. I like Beanstalk Giant. It helps. It's a nice 2-for-1 built in, and the ramp and fixing is a real thing around here. Especially, I talk about the Golos. Like green is a great base color for a Golos deck for the land searching. Oath has been called. Oath is a nice spell as well, but I don't think for gold it's worth starting on. If this were monocolored, I'd be with you, but as a gold card, I think I would rather start just with the Beanstalk Giant. Venerable Knight heads you towards aggro. I would never start there, but if I got one of the huge reasons to be kind of an aggro strategy, then I would do that. I was going to have to look at Conrad. I don't know how good Conrad is in this cube, but it's certainly, I mean, Conrad, just if you land it and are building around it, is just a powerful magic card, but it's 5 mana. I don't know how good the removal is. Like I said, if I were in charge of this, I'd be reducing the power of the removal, which is going to make Sir Conrad and plans like that better. But I think if I were to do, you know, the build arounds I'd like to pursue here would be Emery or Beanstalk Giant, and it's pretty close. But Beanstalk Giant is more flexible. Beanstalk Giant can go into almost any green deck, really, especially 3+ color green decks. But Emery is a very, very specific plan that is only that one plan. So I'm going to take the Beanstalk Giant on the flexibility angle. Baral, Chief of Compliance. Now, this is a build around I love. Instant and sorcery spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. So this kind of is a red-blue looking card to me. Nicol Bolas, the Ravager, is an excellent card as well. But, you know, 3 colors. I don't know if you want to start on 3 colors, especially one that's not ours. But, hey, we could do 5-color nonsense. I don't know. 5-color nonsense could be a way for me to lose my hair, though. For those of you who don't know, if I go 07 against chat today, they get to decide my next haircut. So I want to... Yeah, we can take Bolas, given the Beanstalk start. We could also just take Bronte or Hornbeetle. I kind of just want to take Baral, though, and have the potential to go outside, take a different direction. But I think Bolas seems super fun, too. I kind of looking at Baral and Bolas. Bronte is definitely safe, super safe with the start we have, and it's best of 1. One thing that's really nice about Brontodon is it gives you that artifact enchantment play without something that is useless if they don't have a target. I'll go with safe. Let's try to stake our lane out here. I know that Nicol is sexy, but I'm going to be a super solid drafter here. Just take the nice follow-up to our starting green pick. If we wheel the Bolas, then we know we can do that. You know, I like. Oh, here's an Acolyte. We could. We've started with a couple of green cards, so gold value card like this is appealing. This is a gold value card, gold green value card as well. You could just take removal. Again, this is going to be a format that's light in removal. Tribunal is fine, but clearly here kind of for Convoke. You're looking to get small stuff down and Convoke that out, but it's fine at 4 mana. Kind of like the Acolyte. Essence Scatter, interesting. Again, not a lot of control-y elements here. Yeah, that's true. We take Fight with Fire and kind of be ramped to burn. Lands being called for. There's 2 base green lands that should definitely be considered. Cemetery, interesting. I like Cemetery over Temple. Evolution is an engine, says David. Let's, if 1 or more +1/+1 counters will be put on creature control, twice that many are put on that creature instead. It is. Is it an engine we want to chase? Big mana, Fight with Fire, Branching Evolution, or Boring Land? Yeah, I'll take Fight with Fire. We've got ramp here, sure. Maybe we'll do big mana. And Migration Path does that. Fabled Passage, such a great card. So flexible. Really, I love this design as a former WotC. I love taking a common and making it a good rare. So when you take Evolving Wilds and turn it into a rare that is not broken but is very chase, that's kind of chef's kiss design. Chef's kiss rarity design, right? Because this is just like strictly better than most of your common fetches. All right, we're gonna take migration path, and we're on a path here, certainly enough. And see, it's even perfect because it's a blatant cash grab design, but you love it, right? So that's why, as a former WotC designer, it tickles me, because your job as a WotC designer is to sell them boosters, and well, I do, because I think it tells something about rarity. Silene saying, apparently thinks that making cards which are just strictly better than other cards is good design. Doing that in the abstract, just randomly doing that, no. But thoughtfully using rarity as a reason to make strictly better is a nice way to explain rarity via cards. Lord of Extinction. Power and toughness each equal to the number of cards in all graveyards. Don't think that. There's a tomb here we could grab. Skyclave Shade just is relentless, but it's kind of random. I don't know what we're trying to do. We could do Fauna Shaman. Fauna Shaman's a pretty powerful effect. Fauna Shaman is at its best in a format with a lot of mana dorks, because the best use of Fauna Shaman is to, in the mid-late game, pitch away a mana dork and turn it into super action. Yeah, it's also good for reanimate that way. Wilt, I don't feel pressure to take here because we have Thrashy Bee, which I like better. I'm going to take the Fauna Shaman on a little bit of spec here. I think that's a reasonable pick. Stitcher's Supplier. I mean, this could start us towards maybe potentially a reanimation strategy, as pointed out. This Hieroglyphic Illumination still being here pulls at me. I love me a Venerated Loxodon. Electro Dominance is the big mana choice if we want to keep going. I'm not married to this Fight with Fire. It was somewhat of somewhat arbitrary. We haven't seen a lot of other ramp. Yeah, I kind of like, there's a lot of self-mill black stuff, and that's interesting to me. I don't know if we're heavily on that path, but it seems like it's not being taken. Some of there's a lot of black-green dual lands in this opening pack. I think I'm gonna lean towards this supplier here, and maybe we end up reanimation. This is kind of a hedge to reanimation. Yeah, all these black cards are interesting to me that way, but Blood Artist, I think, is a little less in sync with what we're doing there. So I'm going to go with my gut on the Stitcher's Supplier. I can't believe I'm passing all these blue cards, though. Earthshaker. Oh, yeah, Sarkhan's Unsealing. Cast a creature spell with 4, 5, or 6. Forward any target. Cast a spell with 7. Yeah, we can take Unsealing. Sure. I don't know if we're going to end up there, but it's a reasonable hedge, as we look for something interesting to do here. Just trying to... definitely liking the green base we've got going. This is really a 3. If we're going to be ramping, I mean, what I'd really like to see for green is some mana dorks. We haven't seen any mana dorks. That worries me. Lantern, though, is on plan in terms of being a ramp spell. So I'm going to take that. Maybe we'll pick up a pick up some 1 mana rampers at some point so we can curve into a turn 2 lantern. Nothing much else here unless we want to... I mean, Kicking a Skin Witch is interesting. Some aggro red. Scourge is another big X. You know, we could X spell it here, but I like Lantern over the Scourge, I think. There's no 1 mana ramp cards? Okay, David, that's good to know. Maybe that means Lantern isn't as good. I mean, it does mean it's not as good, but I still think it's the pick. It's just now a weaker pick. Thank you for that sub. Well, I was considering first picking Emery, but nobody wants to do that apparently. And maybe David is right. This could be a lie. I didn't see too much in support of that. You know, we can take a Skydiver here. We're looking to play a lot of colors, so. Grabbing the Skydiver gives us a potential 2-drop if we get enough blue, and is a reasonable late play. Thank you for that sub. Was that you, David? Temple, Baral came back too, and Witch's Vengeance... hopefully going to be good against us. Oh, it was Tron. Sorry. Thank you, Tron. I can't really see. I can only hear on that front. Yeah, we'll take that. Still not sure where we're going. Yeah, maybe it's part of self-mill, David, but I agree that if there's not a real... I'm happy to cast this again and again with Emery type artifact, then I wonder why they're doing that. Wonder why they'd include it. I would, you know, because self-mill is a thing, which is the answer, but self-mill with a deceptive rider could make some unhappy drafters. We got both of these lands back. That's interesting. We don't really have any avenues towards, strong avenues towards white right now. I'm going to take the Cemetery. Mindstone, there you go. That's your Emery combo. I guess Shadow Mage could conceivably make the cut here. I'll take a random Temple, although we do have Collision. 6 damage to a target creature with flying. I guess we take Collision Colossus. Or the Temple, or, you know, I mean, we might be Gruul here, so I'm just going to take the Gruul interaction. There's not a lot of interaction here. And look, we even got our Electro Dominance back, so cool. Some reasons to be heading towards kind of Jund control here almost. I don't know about the... really, the Jund part for me is the fact that we have 2 dual lands, not that we have a Stitcher or that Planeswalker. Contempt is some of the rare removal that you're going to find, or I presume is rarer. Yeah, a lot of that in here. We've got Heartless Act, Contempt, and Deadweight. I do like Contempt that it targets Planeswalkers. I think being sure to have a way to control Planeswalkers is a big deal. It might just be the pick here. I don't see any, like, what we're looking at, potentially red big stuff, but there's no red big stuff. There's only red small stuff. The green here is whatever. So it's definitely, for me, removal. And I think Vraska's Contempt is the best. Because of the Planeswalker clause. Act is really appealing for its cost. But yeah, that's true. If this is Walker Light, like, I don't know, we could look at the list. If there's no, I'm going to keep it selected. But if there's like, I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like no green planeswalkers. That's interesting. And then I don't know. Yeah, that's interesting. Maybe there's not enough. Maybe planeswalkers are unrepresented enough that Heartless Act is better. But yeah, exile is a factor as well. All right, you know what? I'll take the Heartless Act. I think looking at the Planeswalker count makes me agree that we're actually better off going cheaper there. Close one. Tusker is powerful in the abstract, but I don't know exactly what we're doing with it besides it being powerful in the abstract. Castle Lochthwain. Drawing some cards. Yeah, we can do command. We're kind of on the command front if we get, especially if we can find some incidental life gain. Any other card in graveyards, so it also has some natural functioning with some self mill. I don't think we play Stitcher's Supplier for it, but we can certainly take it and see if we can make it work. I'm in for that. Why not? There's not much else here. Perilous Mirror, Ridgescale Tusker, Castle, Shivan Fire. Tusker. Yeah, Tusker triggers Sarkhan. I bet we get I don't know if we're even playing it, first of all, but we should consider that. I mean, really, I'm not playing this in this cube unless I'm also casting casting a spell with power 7 or greater. Like, that's the dream, right? In this case, this is a build around we're not really doing. We don't have the enchantments for that. Like, none. We have Maulfist Revolutionary to mess with counters. Typhon to just be a fine big dude. And it can be 7 power, right? That how that works? Wait. Yeah, that actually does work with that, so we'll take this. Roar of the Worm in the whole self-mill category is interesting, but Jade Light Ranger is just so powerful as a baseline green card. And we're not, like, overloaded on 3 or anything. Temple seems great. Was that last pack? I'm not sure what Temple we're talking about, but I'm going to take Jade Light Ranger here. Yeah, Harpy's on plan. I wonder if this will wheel. This doesn't seem powerful unless it's the thing you're doing, so I bet we might wheel that Mind Rack, but I'm taking Jade Light as just too powerful to pass. I kind of feel you, Frenzy. Frenzy says, a thought I've had with this cube is that so many people are trying to dirtle any kind of aggro is strong. That's one of the reasons I kind of mentioned the life gain is because there's a life gain aggro deck, and I do think you're right that aggro has some good reason to go for it, given the dirtling. Oracle of Moldiah is the most powerful card for us here. It's a 4-drop. There's a Wolf Willow Haven, which is 2-drop ramping. That's really appealing. But Oracle is just bonkers good. Hedron Archive would be nice, but I'm taking Oracle. Also, not a ton of 4s yet, so I like that we're not overloading a 4 slot with that pick. I do want those cheap rampers, though. This is like here if we play it. Carnifex Demon. Druid of the Cowl, though, is what we're up on about. That's what we want. Awakened Amalgam is funny, but ramp. We have Kiora as well. Kiora is also ramp, but I want the 2-drop ramp. Yeah, Steamkin, whatever. Very, very mono red to me, though. Very, very mono red and cheap mono red. Like, that card was so incredible and constructed because it was surrounded by all these 1-drop red cantrips and cheap bolts and stuff. Well, Sifter Worm is a 7-powered creature that triggers the unsealing. It's a good thing to ramp towards. I'm going to take that. I saw the Chronicler, and I really like the Chronicler, actually. And but this is kind of what our deck is trying to do. I also kind of want to take Field of Dead from somebody, but this is what we're doing, so let's take it. This is what we're trying to do. I don't know how well we're doing it yet. Rex Sage, I love. We can take a Rashmi Eternities Crafter instead, though. We are looking to be more than green. We're looking to have access to many colors. We don't really have those tools yet. Migration Path, Chromantic Lantern, and Beanstalk Giant help us play some blue. But yeah, we can just take Drakoseth as well. Another 7-drop. Yeah, let's just do that. Let's do the thing. Let's do the thing. We really need some more ramp to pull off what I think we want to do here. But I think we're going to cut that and that. Maybe we play the Heartless Axe and the Dreadhorde, splash some of that stuff. We take a Deadweight here for some removal, but Cartouche. One of the reasons I didn't take that is, again, that we do have the Thrashy Bee. Maybe one Thrashy Bee isn't a reason not to take some more tools in that arena, but I did think I at least had that something doing that job was part of my reasoning. Arachneer or Cartouche? Yeah, I guess let's take the Arachneer. That's fine. Cheap, interactive. If we get hit by an aggro player, we have something to do early. Yeah, Cartouche on Giant is exciting and everything, but it's all very combo-y. Like, I don't know. I know that there's less interaction in this type of cube, but it still worries me to go for that specifically. We can probably cast this if it's any good for us. Do we want this? Yeah, we can do this if we want over the Shivan Fire, but Shivan Fire, again, is interaction for facing the mutates blue, that's true. So we're really just hard casting this. Good call. So we're going to take the Shivan Fire. I'm going to cut Davriel for right now. I mean, I'm even going to cut the command. Really just want to focus on Gruul Ramp here. Hey, well called there, Tron. Tron's like, we need duels. Temple of Abandon. There is also Kazul's Fury. I'd like me some Splans, but we're going to take the on-color fixing. Right now, Heartless Act, not a great reason to have any black here. We just have this temple and this cemetery and the Chromatic Lantern and everything that's suggesting that, hey, we could, Sweltering Suns is interesting. There's a shock, of course, that can just pick something off. But we're pretty good against Sweltering Suns. Brontodon survives it. Druid doesn't. It does cycle. And it's a good tool. There's not a lot of this in the cube, so even though it's a bit of a non-bow with what we've got going, we're trying to get much bigger than this, so I'll take it. Nice. This is fine. A 5/5 on 4 or a fight creature, a 4/4 fighter. What do you think? I think probably smash. I like cheaper. But we are ramping, so we can try it. But this, we can get a smasher on 3 on in our deck. So yeah, let's take the smasher. We got our Kiora back. That's ramp. And it's actually combo-y with this unsealing and stuff. So we're kind of doing it. We're just a little slim on the 1s and 2s. So given that, Pelt Collector helps with the 1s and the 2s. Rishkar is ramp. Domri is... I'm going to try and wheel Rada. Don't you? I think we should try and wheel Rada. Who's taking this except for us? Like, I bet we wheel one of these two. Yeah, we could take Rishkar. But in order for Rishkar to do its thing, it needs cheap drops, which we don't really have. Like, I almost want to take the Grim Lavamancer or, the Pelt Collector. Domri. I think I'm going to take Domri or Pelt Collector. I don't think Rishkar is correct. It's doing the thing, but not well with what we've got so far. And we do have this Sweltering Suns, which is why I like the idea of ramp in the form of a Planeswalker. So I think I'm on Domri or Rada, try to wheel the other one. You think Domri's more likely to wheel? Interesting. I feel like Rada is. Like, I feel like there's more likely to be someone just randomly complaining, controlling Planeswalkery. All right, well, people think Domri is more likely to wheel. Let's put it to the test. Chat says Domri is more likely to wheel. I'll give it a shot. Let's take Rada. That's true. Rada is, in a sense, ramp as well, because we can play lands off the top. Battlement's exactly what we want, though. Grumgully is interesting, but we can't take it over Battlement, and we're going to wheel this anyway. Banefire or Grumgully probably comes back. But 2-drop ramp is just exact. It's like, there's not going to be much I'm going to take over 2-drop ramp. Like, Banefire is cool, but we have Electro Dominance. We at least have an X spell in the deck. And we will take as many 2-drop rampers as we can get. I didn't like passing that shock either for the Suns, just because some early interaction is, I think, going to be important. There's, a lot of pesky stuff running around in this cube. Yeah, this deck isn't like synergistic beyond ramp and big stuff, right? But we've got Sarkhan's Unsealing. That's pretty combo-y. Stomping Ground jumps out at me as hard to pass. Bestiary would do well in this type of deck too. Rex would be nice. I would take this as a target, but we're gonna wheel this. We're gonna wheel the Rex. Calls that Bestiary is too good. Is it? I think casting spells is even better, which is why I like the Stomping Ground. Bestiary is very nice. but we're also thick at 3. It's true. It's true we don't have a lot of card draw, but this deck isn't. I mean, we're green. We're not really necessarily like green has some creature-based card draw we could try and find, but I guess the Stomping Ground might wheel. I don't trust it to wheel. I'm taking the Stomping Ground. I really want to cast spells. I really do. Bestiary probably doesn't wheel, I acknowledge, but I'm okay with that pick there. Here we have Fire Prophecy as being slightly better than Wizard's Lightning. We don't have the Wizards to make this cheap reliably, so we're just going to take Prophecy for some early interaction. What is this? Ancestral Mask. Enchanted creature gets +2/+2 for each other. Oh, that's the enchantment thing. Cartouche! Black, but yeah, we're taking Fire Prophecy, though. I'm glad for this. Some of these 2 pieces of early pinpoint interaction, and to an extent, collision. I don't know if we're going to play this, though. Right now, I think I would cut that. I think I'm still running the Heartless Act just to have the removal, but I don't know how important it is. Well, isn't this just a non-pack for us? There is a Skizzik. But this is kind of supposed to be like a top end for low down aggro, I think, not really a card for ramp. We could take something like a Spark Double, copying massive things. I kind of like Spark Double over Skizzik. I know we don't have blue duels yet, but we have the ability to... We do have fixing. And what else are we taking? You don't think double is good in our deck with all the stuff we could copy? Yeah, you're right. We're probably not playing any of this, so yeah, we should. Let's take Enthralling Hold so nobody steals our... yeah, as Fenner said. Like, Skizzik is a medium playable, but Enthralling Hold is so good against us. We're going to take the... We're going to counter draft the anti-us card. Primal Empathy ought to be good for us, but here's a 2-mana ramp spell. We're going to do that. Forgotten Cave would be nice. Lava Axe, Lightning Axe would be nice, but Explore, Explore, Explore. That's great. Really happy to pick that up here. I'm going to cut these lands just so I can see what our playable count is. Like, we can cut Act. At that point, I might cut the Lantern as being like, we've got Beanstalk Giant, we've got Kiora as ramp at 3. I don't know. Epiphany could help us possibly splash some of the blue, but I ended up not taking... There's a Skydiver, and we didn't take anything else to splash really with blue. So that doesn't seem right. Precision Bolt. What a weird card to be in here. Seems low powered, but we might just take it and... Or we can take the Jester. We take the Jester, or Scavenger is not right for us either. I think it's just Bolt. Yeah, I mean... Or it's Bolt or Temple, but we're very late in pack 3 now, so it's just Bolt. Jester does nothing except dealing 4 damage to any target when we have a Sarkhan's Unsealing. Not that that's worth it, but that would be the consideration there. Flame Spill. See, Flame Spill dealing 4 damage to target creature and trampling over is why I don't understand. I mean, I guess this goes to face or whatever, but that Precision Bolt is whatever. Hound for the Unsealing. It does come back. I don't know if we want the Hound, though. Really? You want to do this thing? I guess it's something. And we do have a lot of this type of effect now with precision. This is worse. I mean, Precision Bolt is worse, but at least we have the job filled. All right. We'll try it. if someone's messing around and not defending early, it could be very good. Hey, look, you guys were right. We've wheeled Domri. There's Hazaret, but we're not a Hazaret deck. Fateful End is more of the 3 mana burn. This is kind of up here, really. Maybe we're cutting Chainweb out of this deck. Banefire comes back. We'll take that. Could also take Roll, but that's not the... We're taking Banefire. Banefire cut Electro Dominance. Rex is next pack, right? Might get Rex coming up here. There it is. Could also take Breeding Pool, but again, we didn't really end up there. Nothing to breed. Take the Rex. I don't know. I'm just saying we have one X spell. I just feel like, do we want multiple X spells? Especially because also we have Fight with Fire. So like, in terms of 9 mana that I want to pump into a big damage spell, it's like Fight with Fire and Banefire over Electro Dominance. That's what I was thinking. Yeah, let's cut the Gary. I'm down with that. Doesn't look like anybody is Simic, or those lands would not be here. We'll cut Skylord. I don't know. Yeah, I guess if that Boros card gets played against us, I'll be surprised. I don't think that we are going to be facing Boros. That's my feeling. All right, now we've got... I'm going to put this back. I'll put this back so you can think about it. We're not overloading. This is 28 spells here. Is this... let me see if I can... I can't really zoom this scene. I want to go take a bio break, but I'm going to leave this up for you to start discussing cuts, okay? What are we doing? All right, be right back. Hello, everybody. How are we doing? What do we decide? Hey, D, I hear your entire government resigned today. That's crazy. Oh, hold on. Rob's request for the blah, blah, blah meme has made me realize I don't have my rewards window up. So I'm going to bring up my rewards window so that I can scroll down to blah, blah, blah. And there. Rejected. Okay. I'm going to look at chat and look for suggestions. Lantern and Bolt can go. I think definitely the Lantern. Precision Bolt, I'm not sure about. Let's put all of our possible removals. I think Lightning Axe goes before Precision Bolt. We don't have we're not doing a discard thing. Like Lightning Axe is kind of for shenanigans. So I would rather cut that. And then let's just look at, so we've got X's and not, like this is Sweeper. And then this here, and then we got, of course, the Bane Fire here. So this is our interaction. I guess we could let a bolt go. Yeah, I read the story. That sounds like racist persecution of poor people. That's what it sounded like. Jeez. That's what I wanted to do, cut electrodominance. I got pushback on that, but I'm going to do that. I'd rather cut the electrodominance there. The bolt could still go, but I think we only just want the one between, again, Fight with Fire and Bane Fire. We have our pump 10 mana into an X spell, you know? So where does this leave us? 25. With the Druid and the Overgrown and the Explorer and the other stuff, this could be a 16 lander. I know it seems unusual to want to play less lands in a ramp deck, but the thing is, we're not trying to get to 7-8 plus mana by drawing lands. We're trying to get to 7-8 plus mana by drawing lands early and then casting these ramp spells. So you can definitely get flooded in a ramp deck because sure, you have 16 lands, but if you count the number of things that affect land overall, it's 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Suddenly 24 of our 40 cards have something to do with the production of mana, right? Yeah, we can, yeah, that's true. Fauna Shaman is not doing much, again, especially because Fauna Shaman is about taking creatures you draw in the mid to late game that you don't want and replacing them with cards that you do. And the trouble here is, like, one of our removal spells is Explore, leaving us with, like, basically 3 cards, Ragehound, Druid, and Battlement being the things that we would pitch instead of just playing. Like if I get Thrashy or Beanstalk or I guess you could see pitching them to get something huge if you happen to be there, but I agree that Fauna Shaman is doing light work here. Yes, that's true. Fauna Shaman pitching Voracious Typhon isn't the worst. You like Bolt instead of Shaman as the cut? Interesting. Shaman feels uncuttable. Interesting. Well, it is at least a 2/2 for 2. I mean, it does land and it's a bear, right? It has that. Its floor is really reasonable. All right, let's make this the last cut, and I'm going to leave it to chat. Yeah, but pitching Typhon itself allows you to use that fuel, right? That's the idea. Creatures total. $14 in this build. I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna leave it to chat to decide between cutting. Actually, here I'm gonna cut Bolt and I'm gonna cut Fauna Shaman, and then we're gonna finish this deck with whatever chat says. Fauna, Bolt, or is there other cards you want on the list? We can do Spider, if you want that Arachnid in here. Like maybe Arachnid is better than Fauna Shaman if we just want a cheap creature. There's also Collision Colossus, which we have cut. I'll do COLL for Collision Colossus. So Fauna, Bolt, Spider, or Colossus. I'm not gonna put Electrodominance in. I think I'm satisfied with my cut of Electrodominance because we have 2 big mana spells for damage. So I'm putting my foot down on that one, but I'm gonna add one of these cards. If it's very close, we'll do a runoff, but if there's a runaway, we'll just go with that. I love this part of streaming where I get to stop thinking and call it engagement. Spider and Colossus. So let's rerun it with those. That needs a runoff. Interesting, because Spider and Collision both have game against, flyers, right? So interesting on that front. Spider edges it out. All right. I'm going to export. Here we are. I don't have any audio going here. Pop that audio up. Dex. Import that. Ramp. Let's see. What's a ramp? It's a wedge. Come up with a good ramp pun, and I will figure out what I need to craft. Whatever, I'll craft a precision bolt. It's a common. Yeah, let me get out of your way. Sorry. ADA compliant. I like that. I like it. There we go. ADA compliant. Because that's nice and sneaky. I don't think it's going to scream ramp to people who see it on YouTube's. We'll cut these. We're going to see what Tron chose for lands. Shocking! Mirage lands for Tron. What? Let's see. It wants 12-7. 12-7 is not correct. 11-8. 10-9. I think it's just 10-9 here. 7, 8, 9, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. Also, wait, why do we have 17? Oh yeah, we need, here, we'll do it this way. I think we need an even split. I did. I listened, D. We'll talk about it later. And thanks for all your viewing this year. Or last year, I guess. Lotus sleeves for Mama. Yes, this is a cube draft. New cube. And let's see. Nobody chose box art. Well, we're calling it. Let's see. What's the chef's kiss of this deck? Maybe it's Oracle. Hat is certainly here every day helping me out, so I would, my guess would be Hat, but I don't know. no problem. If Norbert's not done, we can... I'm actually going to get my view set up here, get this info set up, and get ready. Well, I like this deck. I don't know, I say that a lot, I think, but because I like Magic and I like drafting and I like the decks I end up with because, you know, fun. But we'll see how this does. A lot of powerful stuff going on. I'm glad that we have some early interaction, but we don't really, you know, it's going to be us trying to race to our thing before they can do theirs, right? All right, Norbert is ready. And I just need to fix this last thing. And then we're good. $40 best of one is our format of choice on Fridays, so that everybody who took the time to draft gets to play on stream with me. Good luck, chat, for the most part. Want to get those wagering going? I don't know if there's a wager thing set up. Well, we have Migration Path cycling, and we have a Fight with Fire to do some damage, and Rada once we find our green. I'm gonna be... I'm gonna keep this on the strength of the cycling. And the Rada. It's close. Fenor is saying on the play, send it back. But since I have interaction, I don't know, I guess we have two big things too, so that's fair. It is pretty risky. In a sense, we've already mulliganed with two Gigantors if we're thinking we're probably going to have to ship the Migration Path. Maybe chat's waiting to bet before they see whether I mulligan or keep here. I can poll this. I'll do a quick poll on this because this is an interesting one. Quick poll. I don't promise to do what you say. I'm just curious what chat thinks. The play versus draw, I think, is quite relevant. If this were the draw, I'd much more want to keep it because then, okay, we have extra draws to find the green. We have a Fight with Fire to respond. Looks like chat is on mull. I said I wouldn't necessarily follow you down, but okay, we'll mulligan. Now we have the opposite problem of sorts, but a much easier keep. We could ditch the Domri as the only spell that we can't currently just cast, but we're going to cycle this anyway. Could probably just pitch the Godzilla and hope we find the red to make Domri good. I think I'm going to do that. This is we can keep this, but we're already doing. That's true, but we have an extra draw here. Do you want to pitch Battlement then? Like, what do we? You want to pitch Domri because it's not doing enough? I don't know. I'm gonna do what I think is correct, which is that. I'm going to go with Battlement. We could explore, but if we don't find land, it hasn't done anything. Battlement ensures that no matter what, we Beanstalk Giant on 3 unless Norbert takes out the Battlement. What is Norbert up to? Let's find out. Because now we have Beanstalk Giant fetching red, Rampart Smasher as a big beater, and then Domri fighting if Norbert's doing anything creature-based. with the drawn mountain, I'm just going to go straight to the smash. Domri could come down next turn and fight, or come down next turn and ramp. See what we draw. If we draw a land, yeah, with a land draw, we can go Mountain, Domri plus, and trouble is, like, if we fight the Dissenter, they get a zombie, but it makes for a turn. We would click. They would. Sorry. Saheeli's scary. If we send in Smasher at Saheeli, they're going to block with Dissenter, make a 2/2, and then be able to block with that again next turn. So if we do the fight, we're basically saying you get one less block for Saheeli. And also, but Saheeli's not doing much yet. No art. We don't see an artifact yet. So I think, but yeah, we can just go. The fight is fine because then Domri is still protected. Although it's not. Actually, Domri then becomes exposed to a crackback from the 2/2. So I'm going to send in the Smasher at Saheeli. But we need to, if we're going to cast Domri and Beanstalk, we need to tap the Battlement. So yeah, I like that. Now use the Domri to kill the 4/4 instead. It just means, yeah, I like that. That's good. Let's do that. Just basically different sequencing than I was initially looking at. And I guess we can still do, anyway, do this, fetching more of this, and do this.
Let's just fight. No more getting pushed around.
We get ramp next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we can cast Beanstalk next turn. There is a token. Shoot. So that means I guess we just keep pressuring Saheeli though. Or we could go to face, but I guess we get Beanstalk out and we'll push up Domri. I can do this after combat though.
I've lived with animals my entire life. Explains a lot, actually.
Juggles. All right. Great. Godzilla showing up here is wonderful. We can actually come close to casting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're one away from hard casting this, but I think we should just send Beanstalk at Saheeli, or maybe we send both so they chump both. Yeah, we can explore first. That's fair. There's no reason not to explore first. Brilliant. By exploring first, we get to do that. But now I want to go ahead and put Trample first, because we may find a land to send away with Fire Prophecy. So I'm going to make our Beanstalk Giant Trample. found a land we want to do the thing with. No, I really wanted to. I want to continue to see what our hand options are, and we want the trample now. We want the trample, but I also wanted to see the card now. I like the play. I know I get it as an instant speed, but it doesn't matter. I don't know what tricksy thing you were gonna do. Like, I guess they block and then we haha them, but I wanted to see that before.
We live to fight another day.
And I'll go plus
They can
here.
only punish you if they catch you.
We don't even need to cast this now. It's an instant. Like, the jugglers, whatever. I'm gonna say end turn. It's an instant, and we can kill this. We have a block on it, so I just don't see the need to fire prophecy there. Maybe I was supposed to attack and do the trick, but there is definitely an argument for seeing all the cards you're going to have available to you in your turn before you make the attack. Yeah, do we have a 1-drop that we might have played? Cardboard Live isn't picking up this deck, so I don't know. Or, oh, maybe it's untapped.gg that I don't have going right now. Yeah. I still don't think it'll work. Untapped GG doesn't tend to work with my MTGA draft decks. Spider, right, there you go. That's the one we have. And Shivan Fire. Yep. Kasmina. There you go.
Listen up, and I'll teach you a trick or two.
I guess I needed to fire prophecy in response if I wanted to kill something here, but I still don't want to use fire prophecy yet on these.
Join my cause.
I can't now. Kasmina. So if I wanted to do that, I needed to do it in response. And honestly, I forgot, because, you know, who remembers static abilities on Planeswalkers? But it's not the worst forget. I'm not sure it was the correct thing to do anyway. Now we can... They don't know about the fire prophecy, so we get to send 3, 4, 5... like, they probably block everything on Giant if we send it Kasmina. But we have fire prophecy to do at instant speed now, so I like that even better, right? You want all at face? Who cares about Kasmina? I don't like the loot. All right. Math likes taking out Kasmina. How about y'all? Any other opinions? Is Kasmina a threat, a problem worth dealing with, or do we just go face here? Oh, too late. Yeah, good point. Giant gets bigger if I play a land, although it's nice that it doesn't, because maybe it'll convince them to block. There's some differing opinions in chat. I'm going to do it this way. I'm not sure about that. I'm going with my gut, but smart people are suggesting other lines, so who knows? I might be overvaluing the Kasmina. I see. Looks like it didn't matter anyway. We can plus Domri, but I think we still just hard cast the old giant here and then fight with Domri. That's fine. Giant ramp and play giant. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We go 7, 6, 5, and then get one more. Oh, with Domri up, we could. With Domri up, we could. So, yeah, that's worth it, right? Keep ramping. Domri goes up. We have good defenders. I'm in for that.
Come and destroy.
And it makes for quite a big giant. Unfortunately, no longer has trample. We have 2 removal spells now, though, with Domri Minus and Fire Prophecy. So, barring a
We are the future.
mega situation, now I'm going to be going to, yeah, I don't know, let's see. Let's see what Norbert does here. Yeah, what is our land count? We have 16 in the deck, and here's 8, 9, 24 cards, 7 lands. Well, we could cycle this, and that's probably the sensible thing to do here. Let's cycle the migration path. Start there. We get Spidey. Just medium in this case. Probably minusing Domri to fight. I think we send both, right? We send all of our giants now at face. Yeah, I'm not going to fight first. I'm just thinking through the long term. But we can discard the spider to bring it back. How do we discard it? Oh, with Fire Prophecy? Yeah, that's true. We could Fire Prophecy the spider to make a big spider. That's interesting. I like that idea. But it... Oh, yeah, it's bottom. No, that doesn't work. You're right. Reading cards. Sometimes this is a reading stream. Well, if they, yeah, you're right. If we Fire Prophecy, we're probably not getting the discard anyway, because they'll sack. But let's see how they want to even do this. So now, they're going to try and shrink our Smasher, but now we, this is where we fire off the Fire Prophecy on one of these, and everything lives. Auto pay is fine. The idea of Arachnir in the yard is interesting. And what is it? It's, how many other? 4 other. So yeah, we can pitch. Oh, sorry. Yeah, we talked about this. Shut up. Look. Shut up. Look. You try streaming. Look. Definitely bottoming the land, yes. Oh, I have serious short-term memory issues, I think. Yeah, now we fight Juggler and play the web.
We are the many.
Is there a reason to hold land now? Was that our last reason to hold land? Probably, because... But I suppose it doesn't matter for next turn. I'm going to keep it... Sandbag it for now. If we draw action, we can just still play it next turn. Haj doesn't like our spot. Certainly we're up against a ton of mana from a well-positioned, you know, powerful stuff here. But whatever, we got what we got. We're going to do what we can. Oh, well, that's good. We're going to absolutely sack the chain web. Banefire, 1, 2... There's like 8, 9, 10. So we can Banefire for 9. But I think actually we just start with taking out Nicole. And then swinging. Right? Yeah, that's true. Not playing the land was punished. Yeah, that's what I was saying. I say... I want to play Spider, kill Nickel, and then attack. And Haj goes, wait. And then I'm like, what? You should kill Nickel and attack. Okay, good. We're good. It's just lag. Just lag. Yeah, actually, I can hide up here for a second so you can see Domri Planeswalker. You like, yeah, fight plus Banefire, and then we're there.
We are the many.
All right.
I do my hair toss, check my nails. Baby, how you feeling?
Haj, it literally didn't matter, right? I don't know if you're being silly or not, but Appa was tapped out. It was just choose how to win. It literally didn't matter. Flavor was better. I'm gonna time out, Haj. I got your flavor right here, pal. It's the flavor of the corner. Good game, Norbert. I was really worried about your hand, like, just like those colors could just do something really wild out of the blue, and I'm glad we dodged it. Next up, Meanthril, our hero. Thanks to Meanthril, we are drafting the official cube today. Yeah, that spider was linchpinny there. I'm lucky anytime you're not in the Gauntlet, Haj. Because it means there's a chance you're not here at all. Yeah, you're right. That's funny. Someone pointed out, the spider was there, but the second place card also would have gotten it done. Still, good job on chat to come up with the correct first and second place cards. Nice keep for us on the play. Going to be kind of an aggro start for us. Got to decide what we're going to do on 2. Probably still just the ramper, but it may be affected by whether or not we draw land. Right on. Enjoy your long weekend, Haj. All right, so no third land. So now we could say, I guess we still do Druid of the Cowl, because if we don't find a third land, we still have Jade Light Ranger, which will help us find the third land, right? Only question is whether, like, we want to be so aggro that we're playing Rage Hound to just get our aggro on, but that's not correct here. Probably have to take Oracle. It's just more powerful, although you could take Jade Light and hope we don't get to the Oracle, but I would take the Oracle if I were Mianthril. Jade Light hurts you once, Oracle just hurts you again and again and again and again. Going for the thing we can play, that's understandable too, and it's working out on that front, but we do get Rage Hound swing. I'm going to go ahead and attack with both and play the Rage Hound. I don't know what you wanted, Fenor. Why? Why are you holding up fire against, like, an unknown deck? If they play something to fire, we untap and fire it. Here, we're gonna finish off the Sailor with the Shivan Fire, unfortunately, meaning that we kind of take up the whole... Or we could just let it go. We can just let the Rage Hound die. And then play our bigger stuff. Yeah, that's fine. Also, we can Oracle, maybe Oracle and find the mountain anyway. But I'm not going to Oracle first. We'll go ahead and let it die, and then Oracle, and if we find the mountain, great. If we don't, we didn't. But sending Chain Web as well. Perfect card against the old Rage Hound on 2, the old 1/4 on 3, but so it goes. Yep. Powerful tool to have in your toolbox, and when it's not the right tool, you can ship it on its way. Goodbye, Oracle. We hardly knew you. Just gonna Typhon. That's fair, Haj, but like if they don't have an answer to Oracle, we just it's such a turbo power that I like making them have the answer, and then, we have a good follow, so it's all right. Could have tapped Druid and left up the Shivan. I wish I'd done that in this case. There's no need to have this untapped here. And swinging in, yeah, I guess I had the extra mana. Yeah, maybe I should have swung last turn. I was thinking I didn't want to do that, but there are good reasons to. Now I kind of like sending in the team and sweltering. And then we have some escape. Let's see if they block, how they block the Typhon. Probably 0-1 on Typhon, which would hopefully leave our Typhon alive. Okay, this is interesting. I guess we go like this, and then the spare damage. Yeah, that's true. That's true. We should just fire now, right? That's a much better play. One of the reasons for a thing like the spider is just there's not a ton of great interaction in the format. Like, the interaction is important, and it showed it there. I guess we do have 1-drops we might consider playing, but I'm also thinking we might end up wanting to swelter here. I'm just going to pass, and then we'll decide if we want to cycle it before we untap. I don't think it's worth cycling main on the chance of... I mean, in fact, we don't have it. We have Arachnir and Shivanfire were our 1-drops, so there was really no reason. So, are we cycling or sweeping? We sweep, we lose our Druid and our Chain Web, but Chain Web comes back. We're currently... Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, but it's not a 3-for-1 if this is going to come back bigger and better. Like, you could say that it's 2-for-1ing ourselves for a thing that doesn't matter anymore to clear the way for a big attacker, you know. So, I'll cycle it, but I don't think it was a no-brainer. I think it's correct to cycle, but I don't think it was a no-brainer. This is a no-brainer, though. We're gonna Prophecy of the Guard Mage and put this mountain on the bottom of our library, because that is how Fire Prophecy works. Yeah, we'll keep that. And we can now cast the Rage Hound, right? We have... Yeah. Watch out, Field of Dead. I knew I should have taken it. I should have taken it from you, Manthril. I'll just try to beat you instead. Hodge thinks I'm overcommitting. But the thing is, if they sweep, we get it back, right? Zombies feel unlikely, right? It's like 7 or more other lands. I mean, not impossible, but like he's got to do some work. Hodge wanting to play more conservatively and not just run the Hound into death. But here you go. They now have a means to do that. They can trade here. But yeah, might just go straight Giant rather than bothering with the Fertile Footsteps here. I'm going to send everything but the Cowl and then drop the Giant. Trying to be super aggressive. We're down to no cards in hand against a Gripful against Esper. Like, we're either getting them dead or we're gonna lose. Like, it's stabilization time for Manthril or win time for us. Dead Hound can't come back yet. We don't really have any self-mill, as pointed out. It's not like we have endless fuel for for this. That's a heck of a card, I gotta say. Nightmare Shepherd is a really fun build around. Great card to pick in the cube and build around. One of my favorite cards in the cube, really. Let's see. What do we do about the situation? If we send in... Kind of don't mind losing our spider. In fact, we want it to die eventually so that we get to bring it back and kill the shepherd. I'm going to go ahead and send it for that reason. This is rough, though, because as stuff dies, it's just going to be redone with the shepherd tokens, but we don't have much other choice, so... although I screwed up again and didn't play the land making the giant bigger. I keep forgetting that, and that's... It's generally correct to hold your lands until after combat, but not when you have a stupid count your lands creature. And it does matter here, but there's never a world in which Meanthril is giving up their Nightmare Shepherd to trade for the giant anyway. So we're going to attack, and it's probably getting chumped. So I don't think this is going to cost us, but it was clearly incorrect. I'm not going to swing all... it feels like they could just eat the Druid for... And what does that get us? I guess it gets us fodder for Ragehound, and maybe that's more important. We do have X spells and large things to cast, though. Like Druid, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're close to kicked Fight with Fire, which could just win us the game. Banefire, close to winning us the game. They didn't choose to token champion because it takes it out of its graveyard and they can't make the 4/4 instead. We're almost on like Banefire outs now. Although that's huge. Get rid of this Nightmare Shepherd. Welcome, Domri. Do we attack first? Let's see. If we send... or do we get rid of a token? I guess we could get rid of a token. You're talking about clearing the attack? Fighting token still leads to... let's see. Okay, well, let's say we get rid of the 4/4 token. Then what? We do that. We fight with Beanstalk Giant. So Beanstalk Giant ends up as effectively a 7/3, right? So we make a 7/3, and then we want to send the Spider 2. I guess Spider has reach. Yeah, we could block, but that's not. There's an 8/3. Why is it? Oh yeah, because of Domri. 8/3, and then. I have an 8/3, a 5/4, a 2/2, and a 2/3. And they can't double block because it would be lethal if they did, right? Okay. Just working it all through. What I really didn't want to see is that the damage on the Beanstalk Giant made it a bad attack. So I had to figure that out. And since these are all tokens, the Shepherd doesn't interact with them or anything. So I'm with you.
Another day. When I'm finished here, there'll be nothing left but dust.
Domri might die after this, but whatever. We're just now we're doing the swing away. Well, Meanthril can swing at Domri if they've got something big to do behind, you know? But it depends on what, it depends on what Meanthril has to control the board. want to think anymore. Can you just top deck Banefire for me, please? Oh, now Banefire doesn't even get it done.
Oh, you haven't seen the last of me.
Fight with fire. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're close. If it was any way we choose, that could get it done. They got one Death Toucher. We could kill the Death Toucher and swing. Yeah, they can't block all, but we can't do 10. So I think we maybe try to get some damage in. Typhon, this Typhon is 4 others. Gotta wait, but I'm wondering if I'm supposed to try to get in damage first, but I can't even let the Guard Mage die. Yeah, we just have to pass, right? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, we are 1 land away from at least trying to go to the face. I could kill Shepherd, yes. I could just aim Fight with Fire at Shepherd, but I don't know. Yeah, I like blocking here, though. We get to block with a Chain Web and get that in the yard. Just a basic land off the top and no counter magic. Oh no! Now Guard Mage is gonna make that not work? Dang it! Good work, Meanthril. Yeah, now oh, of course. But now we do a big Fight with Fire to clear a bunch of stuff at least. So we don't get to end the game here, but we get to finally help ourselves big time. If we kill the Shepherd and everything else... Yeah, I guess they do get the... they get the return stuff, right? So yeah, we gotta leave the Guard Mage. 4, 5, 6... 7, 8. Yeah, we could just go Shepherd. We could also go Shepherd token face. I think this is like our only hope, although it's probably Guard Mage as well. Hear me out. We got Thassa. You say there's no point in killing anything that comes back? I disagree strongly now, because despite the Shepherd re-upping every single one of the things we kill, it re-ups it once. Thassa is going to sit here bouncing everything forever, right? So even though it's really puts us on the back foot to turn all these into these tokens, and also keep in mind the Shepherd tokens are 1/1s, and so they're not huge creatures. They get their activations once, but we really need to stop Thassa from being able to go on a blink adventure here. So. New plan. Definitely Shepherd, definitely Guard Mage, definitely Familiar, because these are the ones causing us the biggest trouble. Null Priest is less important, but we definitely need Triton, right? I think this is the But priest and token we can get rid of because might as well, I guess. Does that work? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh wait, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're already at too much. We're already at too much. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ooh. I think, see, I want to get familiar and elite guard mage dead so that the life gain stops. Oh, sorry, I was thinking of 9 mana and 9 damage. So 10. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, perfect. Sorry, that is a complicated turn with a lot of factors. Turns out Magic is a difficult game. But I think we finally have it. This is correct. Meanthril has the Golos deck. Salute Meanthril for this sweet, sweet deck here. Yeah, we might just deck them. Is that the new plan? Sweet deck that we are going to try and deck. We have 5 cards. That's nice because we can make an Arachneer. That's going to be big game. Now I think we just say... Oh, I guess we can still send... They have a Death Toucher, though. I'm going to just say no attacks. Tense. They're close to being milled out, but we could easily go from 12 to 0 before that happens, depending on what Meanthril has to throw at us. Arachneer back next turn is just going to be huge. Like, the most important thing to me right now is surviving with the Arachneer in yard with the fodder to bring it back and both block the sky and take out the guard mage. Love Meanthril's deck, though. What a great looking deck. All the no wonder the rest of us have boring decks. Meanthril has every fun card in this cube, so there was no fun for anybody else. True, Thassa could really work us over here. I think we're in trouble with the Thassa tapping ability. What would red do? Oh, sorry, the extra cost here, yeah. Really? I want to draw an easy-to-cast creature? That's not an easy-to-cast creature. It's pretty darn big, but it's actually not what we want. We just want Arachneer because it actually takes out a flyer, gives us another blocker. You want to play this? I don't know. Like, yeah, it's all big, but it's just one blocker. I guess it blocks a 10-10. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, you see, it taps the druid? Yeah, I mean, we can't cast this because it actually takes away another blocker. I think we're dead, but
I'll be back after I've licked my wounds. You'll see.
But we're gonna make Meanthril see it. Yeah, We could have cycled first. I don't know. Yeah, I guess I should have. But like, what would have happened? What could we have done that would have led to a different result? I should have cycled first, but what would it have actually done? Because Arachnir is a 2-for-1. Arachnir takes away one attacker and blocks another one. So I don't know. I think it was going to be hard to find something better. And we've used all of our 1s already. We don't have any more 1s. But assuming we can chump, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I guess I haven't done the. Yeah, we could cycle Godzilla, but right now it doesn't do anything. There's nothing we could draw that matters. I guess we could draw a land and make this bigger, but it was going to get tapped anyway. Should just be GG. Gonna continue to make Meanthril do it, but exciting match. Came down to 2 cards away from milling. Can I trade for Meanthril's deck for the rest of the tournament? I mean, my hair's already won, so, like, I just want to play that deck. I guess we'll cycle. It doesn't matter. We're going to lose here, but the reason I'm doing this is that it adds extra fodder for... The reason to cycle is that it puts more cards in the yard, which we have, and we have a lot of escape. I think it's 100% correct to cycle because it puts an extra card in the yard. It's self-mill, but that's what we want that. All right, Meanthral's given us a chance here. I feel like Meanthril had tap, win, but maybe they're not looking at the thought, but they tap Beanstalk Giant with Thassa, so I don't know. I'm gonna chump with the Druid, though. Can I force target player to search their library? Yeah, I mean, they have time here, too, right? Like, we're not... I mean, they can just win. They have another turn to win, too. So playing it safe is okay. But we do get at least another blocker here. Do this again. And look, if I had not cycled the if I hadn't cycled Godzilla, we would not be able to do this right now. So take that. We're still going to lose, but take that. All right. This time, Meanthral's going for it.
He's dead, sir.
That man's dead back there. Must be dead. He was worse than dead. Brain is gone.
I don't know if I have it hooked up. Let me see. Oh, here it is. No, I do. You got it. even split to start things off. Beanthro with a super sweet deck. Now it's up to Robert to keep the train going for chat. GG. There were a couple of turns, like, it was a one land difference. We had lethal fight with fire, and then you blinked, you reanimated the gain life. It was so close to getting you. Oh, we haven't seen Sarkhan's Unsealing. Yeah, this is okay. Would like to find something to do on 2, but this isn't a bad hand. There, I have enabled emotes if Robert wants to bother me. But this thing better not make noise. If you bring in a noisy pet, I ain't talking to you. We're gonna start on Jade Light looking for some rampy tools. I guess we could do Rada on that front as well, but I'm gonna go Jade Light. Or get countered, maybe. I can take it either way. I would love to land this, but if it gets countered, we got a lot of good stuff behind. Basic land off the top. Play Oracle is my dream. But Rada off the top. Rada, not a bad follow. Executioner's 4 mana to do that thing. I'm gonna go Rada because of the top of library land play. See if we get that. All right. Executioner might go for Rada immediately, which again would be okay. We have Oracle behind. And if they don't, cool, we can go Explore into Cura or something like that, or Cura into Explorer. Domri fight the Executioner so that we don't have that happen. So I like Rada, although could be Rada hold, bounce, hold up, counter to counter the Rada on the way back down. I'm gonna play Rada both because I'd rather have it get countered than the Oracle, and because if we find a land on top, we get to explore after we Rada. So that's what I'm gonna do, but I'm kind of expecting this to get countered. In the tank, Robert clearly has an option to counter this and maybe deciding whether to do that or whether possibly to just untap and use the Executioner, right? But we got what we wanted. And hopefully this Explorer resolves as well. Maybe they have, it's possible that the counter was like some sort of force spike type effect. But we're going to try. If they want to counter the Explorer again, we have so much excellent stuff behind, I don't mind if this Explorer gets countered. And it didn't, so we get Temple. And I'm going to leave Banefire on top against the counter magic deck, as if X is 5 or more, they can't counter it. Kind of expecting Rada executed here. That's would be my guess. Nope. Rada threatening to pump is pretty big, but I don't think we're gonna. We're gonna start with an attack and see what happens here. And then what are we going to do? 6 mana. We could Domri and have 4 mana after that. Maybe Domri into Oracle? Kiora or Domri ramping into Oracle is nice. If we do Domri, though, Oracle can't be countered, which is something to consider. But Kiora survives attacks better. That's true. So let's try Kiora. Also, if there is a counter magic, I'd rather have Kiora countered anyway. So I like it. Let's do that. And if this gets countered, we do have Thrashy B even as something to do, or even Domri. But I don't want to expose Domri to... I mean, we could have Domri fight, Rada fight that. So that got countered. Now I like... well, we can go Domri minus kill the flyer, then Executioner kills Domri. Is that worth it? Might not be worth it. Let's give it a turn. And land off the top. Great call. I actually didn't see that until too late. We could have played Moldaya. At least I got the land played, though. I don't like... Well, I don't know. Maybe they have some super important artifact or enchantment that's coming up, but now we get to take out the cartouche, so at least we get some value out of this thing. Yeah, that's right. I was leaving up Brontsack. That was the whole plan. Aha! That was the card of interest. Nice. Okay, so we have a mountain. We have Drakuseth, but I think we actually just want... we go... I like Domri, fight, Curious Creature, play Unsealing, and then drop Drakuseth next turn. Yes, Forest from Library. I won't forget that. I like that. Let's do that. The other thing we could do is, let's see, we have Unsealing. Now, I can't quite Banefire and Unseal. Could also go Oracle. I'm going to go with my plan, though.
That's the sound of a stampede coming straight at ya.
Scott says don't attack this turn. Yeah, we can protect Domri. It's probably worth it for one attack. Because, like, this Rada attack isn't going to, like, really get him. Fenrir likes attacking. It's just giving up Domri, unless we want to play Oracle. But I wanted to get the Unsealing down ahead of the Drakuseth. I'm going to say no attacks. Because... yeah, that's true. With Banefire, you can attack in knowing that we do have this unstoppable damage at some point. But I like holding Domri. And now just casting Dracoseth with Unsealing is going to wreck face. I don't know the story, but maybe that's appropriate. I'm going to play the land here, although I shouldn't have. We have, well, this is going to allow us to play more anyway. But we want uncounterable Dracoseth anyway.
Oh, I'm sorry. Were you doing something?
I mean, not that they have any cards, but yes, this should be GG. Or darn close to GG. We have 13 cards in library. They got a folio that's going to get us for a little bit, but not intensely. Could even Banefire to reduce the folio possibilities. Yeah, Oracle into other land could have done that too, I suppose. I didn't math it out right. Haj likes using the Banefire to prevent folio, but I don't think folio can get us even here. And then we get them here. So I just feel like holding Banefire means we win. And that's Robert scooping with style. Gotta like that. Look at that. Close, though. Down to 3 cards. Suck it, Mill.
I do my hair toss, check my nails. Baby, how you feeling?
Specifically, Mill. Robert does not have to suck it, but Mill can suck it. Although I've been thinking I need to fix my brain around things like Mill and things that are bothering me in this game, basically because of illogical human brain reasons and not because of anything strategic. I gotta stop worrying and learn to love the Mill. I'm just making a Doctor Strangelove joke there, but I don't need to learn to love it, but I need to learn to not hate it. Like there's no reason for me to be so annoyed at Mill. I can recognize the psychological impact it has on players, but I don't need to be part of the player base that's so impacted negatively by it. Tron asks, do you think chat helps you more or hurts you more with your plays? Chat helps me with plays, but streaming itself hurts me more in terms of results. We did some math on my off-air results and my on-air results, and my off-air results are just slightly better than my on-air results. Let's see, who's next? Dr. Schnuffy. Dr. Schnuffy, please report to the ER. Dr. Schnuffy. because you're going to be bleeding out, buddy. Starbucks? My camera keeps spazzing out. I think it's just got some glare. Is it like light dark stuff? That's probably just some glare. On the play, we've got a cycle into a behemoth, potentially into a smasher. No red. Another close one for me where it'd be a lot easier to keep on the draw. But we do have a... My shirt is randomly turning green. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Maybe the vertical striping on my shirt is just kind of throwing off the camera or something. Anyway, back to this mulligan. I'm gonna be greedy. My hair is safe. I'm gonna be greedy. I got a cycle here. If we can get Kiora into Rampart, that's neat. All right, we got the Kiora part, and I am gonna cycle this for no value, I think. Well, maybe I don't need to. I got my third play. I got a Kiora. I got a Rampart Smasher with a Kiora next turn. So I actually am going to hold this. Maybe we put Trample on that. Dr. Schnuffy's got some artifacts going here. Maybe Dr. Schnuffy's going to do the Lady of the Lake thing. Battlement, you are late. Late as heck.
Lunch.
Micaeus. All right, all right. Well, guess who's dying today? Ozolith picks up the counters, but I'm not letting Micaeus stick around.
One drop ripples and grows.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next turn we could have as much as 6. Let's see. We have Trample. We could Banefire that. Actually, I just like Migration Path here into Battlement. Get Drakuseth mana there. Oh, sorry, I did miscounted. I thought I had 2 for Battlement, but we don't. That means Kiora might die, which is kind of stinky, but it does draw off Conjurant. Am I supposed to? Yeah, never mind. We just have to stay back and see. Yeah, I think you're right. We should chump with the Smasher because of what we have behind, right? And it does make it a 1/1. You're right. It shrinks it down, which means Ozolith doesn't get those counters. Good reasoning. Smart chat. Now, Stomping Ground can come in untapped. That gives us 6, 7, 8 total if we want it. 8 gives us Not a bunch of stuff. Really, just no better than 7. So I kind of like Worm, Stomping Ground, Tapped.
Let's get moving.
Yeah, you could make an argument to not use Kiora. The question is, do you want 2 life or a loyalty counter on Kiora? I actually think the 2 life is worth a little bit more, although we're getting a lot of life, so you could make an argument for keeping Kiora at max. That's true. It's just like Kiora is unlikely to... Oh, wait, let's see. We got to scry and then draw. Ooh, interesting. Probably pitch, definitely the Druid. Explore is, yeah, I think Explore is also bottom. Keep Oracle. Godzilla, next turn, says, Dr. Schnuffy, find some answers. There's one for one of our biggins, but we got another one right around the corner.
Leave my squids alone.
I say that all the time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We got 4, 5, 6, 7... maybe 8, 9 if we find land on top. If we Oracle, we could fight the Conjurant with Domri. Domri adds land back, so we can actually play Domri plus, then Oracle. Yeah, let's do that. Let's use Domri for the mana, I think, and then we get Oracle and Battlement.
You think I'm crazy? Wait a
But we don't have anything to fight the Thorn with, like nothing.
They can only punish you if they catch you.
Nature flows with vigor.
This is interesting. Ahead of this. Oh, right. I forgot that Domri gives power. I keep doing my fight math on the face of the card instead of with the Domri plus. So I missed that. I see what you were saying now. I didn't understand why you wanted me to have a 2-2 fight a 2-3, but I get it. It's a 3-2 fighting a 2-3. Well, that was no fun. That was no rock and roll fun, but we do have Sarkhan's Unsealing, and I think we Banefire. Let's see, who's coming after Domri? We can just do this, right? Are they both going after Domri? Let's kill the Conjurer, right? I think kill Conjurer is correct. Domri still lives. Oh, that's true. I forgot about this card. Although it just went away. The counter got removed, right? It didn't die with the counter on it. So yeah, X cool. It doesn't work that way. Interesting. So now I like Uprising, Unsealing, and then actually Banefire the Indrik. And then with them almost out of cards, like, that should be good for us, right? Then we follow with the Godzilla triggering Sealing. Although I got to make sure we don't want to just fight. Now we don't want to fight. All right, so we're going to go plus.
I was raised by wolves, so they might have also just been
And I guess we don't really have... If I go for the lieutenant, they get a creature. Maybe that plus was kind of useless. What am I trying to do next turn? I really want to cast Godzilla next turn, right? Kyora's at 1. So let's see. Next turn, if nothing changed, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And this is 9. So I can afford to lose one of my planeswalkers and still cast Godzilla next turn. So I actually like letting this mana go. Well, oh yeah, we can Banefire the 4/4, and then it's dead, and then Lieutenant gets one of the two, and we still do the thing. Okay, yeah, let's do that. We worked it out. They get one of our Planeswalkers, and we untap and still have Godzilla mana. If they find a way to get both of our Planeswalkers, we still have the possibility of just straight drawing a land as well. So we have a lot of outs to getting this Godzilla resolved. That's true. We could have done it Mike's way. We could have saved the Banefire and just chumped our way to still being able to cast the champ. That's a good point. Mike's probably right. We still get everything we wanted, and we still have the Banefire in hand. Just seems like it was a better line that Mike just mentioned.
back after I've licked my
Yeah, that's a good point too. Well, we got a different Banefire in a sense, and we did get our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so we need to go boop, doop.
The ocean surges, life thrives.
Yeah, hard to know though, Fenor. I like the decision at the time, or at least like that I came up with the reasoning. Oops. Do I not have it? Well, one. Oh, I don't have it anymore. Right, we don't have 9 anymore. We'll just do Ragehound. All right.
I do my hair toss, check my nails. Baby, how you feeling?
I think I have the Godzilla memes are off. I took the Godzilla memes off, I think. I just don't have the room. I'll take a look, though. Maybe I left one on. I mean, I could go... There's always room. I could go one button layer deeper, but... Good game, King Coffee. Your friend is in Blue Oyster Cult? That's cool. Math is up. Wom. Wa-da-da-dum. Ba-da-da-dum. Da-da-da-dum. History shows again and again how nature points out the folly of man. There you go. Oh no. There goes Tokyo. Nice, this looks great. Got Underworld Rage into Rada or Bronte. Rada, probably. Ragehound gonna do work. Well, maybe. Ragehound gonna trade, I bet. Natia, thank you for the raid. Welcome, raiders. Let's see, what are we doing this turn? We got a Jade Light Ranger off the top. I think we're going to go Temple of Abandoned Kiora here. Let's see, what does that give us ramp-wise? We go 1, 2, 3, 4, and this would be 5. So, because it may be correct to Bronte now and Kiora next turn. I think I'm going to do that, actually. I like the Ranger. Kiora Undefended is okay because the loyalty is so high, but we don't need to. Because we're not ramping anything. We don't have a 5 that we're trying to get to specifically. So without a specific 5 to aim for, we should just go Bronte. Yeah, that's true. We can scry and look for a but is it... But I can't scry without playing a land, meaning we can't play the land, right? Can't play multiples, but we're still going to do that. And we're going to keep the Ranger and drop Bronte. Black-white life gain, one of the heavily supported archetypes in this cube. So we got a over embattlement that we know is waiting there. I like Kiora, untap a land, play Ranger. But we can send Rada first. Yeah, might probably put in the wall in the graveyard. Hey, Cody. Welcome. Let's see here. Cody, I'm battling against chat today. I'm playing against my viewers, and we're playing in a round-robin best-of-1 cube draft. So, on that front, Kiora... into Ranger, pitching battlement. Yikes! Well, our big plan is Dracoseth here anyway, so it really comes down to whether or not Math has something for Dracoseth. Play this, though. Wait, I should attack first. If I'm going to attack, and Rada is a threat of activation that's worth sending. They may block with Lampad, but I think this is a free 3. I'm going to try it. Oop. Not at main phase yet. There we go.
One drop ripples and grows.
All right, Dracoseth. Stay with us, buddy. Stay with us, Dracoseth. Don't you leave me, man. Don't you leave me, Dracoseth. I'll ditch the forest they already know about. Do you think I can fight you in MTG arenas? If you would like to be part of what we're doing here, you need to join our Discord, and then you can absolutely come back on a Friday like this, Cody, and you could be in this event. But you got to join the Discord and learn the ropes of the system we use, and then meet our awesome mods, etc. All right, now let me actually read Dracoseth 2. So whenever it attacks, deal 4 damage to any target and 3 damage to each of up to 2 other targets. So 4 on the Bell Haunt, 3/3 is what we're going to do here. This is going to let Lampad live, but that's fine. We can send, though, because they can't really block Bronte or Rada with Lampad, or we can kill it. Well, we have threat of activation on Rada. This. Yeah, that's true. Bronto Lampad might be the thing to do after. If we do it now, well, it doesn't matter. You like killing before combat? Yeah, that's true. Let's do. But they just sack now. I mean, they just pre-sack in response. I don't know exactly. My brain's not processing exactly how much better this is, but we can start with this. Yeah, I was kind of on the Radiantware plan of attack and let them react, but this does force the issue. Aha, there you go. So almost no matter what, like, it caused a problem. But we still have a Rada attack. Yeah, we do know where the counter went, at least. That's a good point. And we're gonna kill the flyer to make sure we get through with the 7, and then go here and face. I guess they do get a chump on the Dracoseth here. How about, do you want to try and make a big giant? You can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we can just cast the giant. I think it's fancy play to do anything else. Although I don't even need to do that, right? I can just play... Oh, no, we don't have extra lands, so... Do have to untap.
Let's get moving.
Oh, did I only dome for 3? Yeah, Wait, didn't it... Order report. I should have put the 4 into the dome instead of the 3. But wasn't there a 4 toughness that we killed? I guess not. Yeah, you're right. Sorry. Yep. They should be at 13. We could migration path and it would make the beanstalk giant bigger, but I think we're better off just cycling this and looking for some action rather than 2 extra points of power on our 8/8. And I'm going to cycle before we swing. There we go. Now I like... We can go face... We just do this. Here we go. Prophecy of the 5/6. Do that. Then send all 4/3/3. There we go.
I do my hair toss, check my nails. Baby, how you feeling?
And having hit 4 wins, this one's for you, chat.
So you get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
All right, Hannah. Let's do this. You're a crook. Who's a crook? I am not a crook. Beauty. If we find some land, explore on 2 into Moldiah on 3, or Smasher on 3, depending. We'll see. Would love to get Sealing down before Smasher, though. That would be nice. Even found our land. That's great. Now we get a for sure explore into second land unless Hannah counters it. On behalf of Hannah, either forest or pelt collector, you're late! Oh, I screwed up. Darn it! I'm the worst. I was looking at, I didn't even see what my draw was. I was too busy making my "you're late" joke for Hannah, and I messed up because I can explore, play the mountain, and could have played the Arachneer, but now I can't. Oh well. Maybe I get a forest. If I got a forest there, we could have done it. That would have been lucky. Well, well, well. We're going to take a little turn off here to swelter some suns. Wow, we didn't even get our next land anyway. What does this do?
No friend of mine fights. We still need you.
I see, I see. Well, we're just continuing to rip whatever we need here. We're gonna Shiv and Fire the Pride Mate, drop an Arachneer, Shiv and Fire. Too bad we didn't get one more land there, but let's kill this thing again. I like killing this thing first, and then we should have some room to Banefire Johnny. I'm gonna although I could maybe I should have cycled this first and then decided. I can play Chain Web. And then we have a dude for the Ajani, but we have Banefire for it already, and if we cycle into a land, we just get to Banefire Ajani next turn. So I'm gonna cycle looking for land. Alright, even found our Chain Web land anyway. That was another possible occurrence, is that we get the Chain Web anyway, so that was nice. Yeah, maybe unsealing if we have time. It depends on what happens here, but with Hannah cycling, that's a great sign for us, right? Yeah, sealing is any target, so we can certainly get a Johnny that way, so is Banefire. Wow, Haj. Haj went turn 4 Archon, turn 5 Divine Visitation, turn 6 Anointed Procession. That's a lot of angels. A lot of angels. Well, what do you think? Oracle looking for land, or Unsealing looking for eventually smashing? I'm going to start with an attack on a Johnny. And yeah, we'll get this down. This is fine. Then next turn's me real good with the Smasher. And maybe I should have just gone face, because Smasher's going to smash a Johnny. But I kind of like keeping Planeswalkers in check a little bit. Now, if, like, putting a Johnny at 2 means Hannah can't return a Pride Mate without killing a Johnny. I think that's important. Speaking of Archon...
Deliver us to victory.
Now we have, I'm gonna send Arachnir at a Johnny to try and encourage the block.
I'm becoming irritated.
Alright, so then... we're just gonna have to... go, yeah, we're gonna kill a Johnny with the Smasher, and then next turn we have Domri fighting the Archon. They get a turn with the Archon, which is likely to produce some serious creatures here. You like Oracle, but Unsealing makes us want to smash. Yeah, if it was CMC, we absolutely would have done the Oracle. All right, we got some work to do now. Looks like the enchantment.deck is here. But I like Domri fight. Yeah, we could just Banefire. You like Banefire the Archon? What does that do for us, though? Yeah, I think we have Arachnir protecting the Domri. I don't know. I'm doing my play. I don't know. Stops the procession. Well, so does Domri, but we get a Banefire in hand, and we get a Domri on the battlefield. I don't know why we don't want this.
Wild beasts are bringing your comeuppance.
I guess I could have attacked first, and then they probably wouldn't have blocked. But now I'm going to say no. I should have attacked. But this is the type of game that's this type of mistake. As much as 6 damage seems, this is going to be about board control. It's unlikely that 6 damage matters as much as who gets the board controlled. But I should have attacked with this first, and then they wouldn't have blocked, and then could have done the smashing and still had them down 6 more. Yeah, on some level, every game is about board control, but you know what I mean. There are some situations where this is about life total, and it is about getting them dead before they can overcome. But that's mainly when your deck doesn't have a late game. Our deck has a good late game, so I'm not worried about missing that damage. If we were just a straightforward low to the ground aggro red, it would be a huge mistake because those are the types of decks that can hit a wall in the mid game. Hannah taking the time to think this is absurd. I am insulted. I cannot believe anybody would sit there and not do anything forever in a game of Magic. How rude. Calyx.
Order by my hand.
Exile target creature or enchantment you don't control until target enchantment you control leaves the battlefield. Well, we do have tools to get rid of enchantments.
Punishment befitting of the crime.
Happily do this. And then happily do... Well, maybe I just need to kill... Could kill Calyx and drop Oracle. We would lose Domri. Oh, we can do it both. Because we can plus Domri for the mana and then have exactly 2 mana left to Banefire Calyx for 1.
Have at it, boys.
I have strayed from my path.
All right. No! Stop that, Hannah. Stop it right now.
No, I'm not finished with you. Not by a long shot.
Stop it! So mean. All right. Fashy B is late to the party for sure. Just draw a few lands, Hannah. You know, I mean, just a couple of lands here or there wouldn't be the worst, you know? Let's see what we got here. If we leave lands on top, we don't gain any life, but we get to Oracle. Yeah, I don't like any of this, though, right? Fire Prophecy does nothing. None of this does anything. And like, we could keep land on top, whatever. We'll take a chance that we end up there anyway. Yeah, so we still ended up with a land on top. There, that's not bad. Clear the air. Well, we'll see. The air might be added to next turn, but we'll see. Just one turn with no enchantments from you, Hannah. No enchantments, okay? No enchantments, just no enchantments. Please? Please? Pretty please? Oh! I blame Fëanor completely for that. Oh, but it's not an enchantment itself. So I did get what I asked for. Technically got what I asked for, and I actually am okay with this. I'm sending in everything, and then we fight with fire and clean up after. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 means I need to leave back the druid. They know we have it, so it's not hidden information, but Hannah has to decide if they want to block anything here, because anything they block is just extra kill for us. Because I really want that much collateral damage with this fight with fire. At this stage in the game, I feel like we need to just go pedal to the metal and try to get Hannah. And now that missing 6 damage might actually be a lot worse than I was making it out to be when I missed it, because I am now trying to get them dead before they stabilize and turn the corner. So giving up the Oracle is a significant cost, but if they basically block anything, I mean, we have 10 damage and they have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 toughness. So any block means we get to wipe their board, and now by not blocking, we would, 6 damage would force a block there. So it really did matter. I want to acknowledge that I kind of played off my sequencing before as probably not being relevant, and here it is being absolutely super, super relevant. Those are little things. Yeah, we do have to kill flyers. It's almost like when you say, well, I can't beat removal, so I'm not going to play around it. And it's like, oh yeah, they do get Champ back, or they do get Eyes back. So maybe we kill Champ and 1 flyer and just try to get there with attacking. Oh yeah, we're at 4. Never mind. I'm like not even looking at my own life total. So we have to kill the flyers, and that's just it. Yep. That's just it. That makes another angel, but they can't attack with it, right? They get another angel and another draw off of the Sentinel's Eyes, but we have no other choice. No, can't kill Champ 2. That was the whole point. That was the nature of our attack. Yeah, Fëanor's right that I should have left Arachnir back on blocks. I wasn't even looking at my own life total, if I'm honest, gang. But we're not out of this yet, although Typhon is not a good draw for us. Smasher can still block, it's true. But Champ isn't... We did 10 damage, Radiantware. I'm not sure... Drakuseth is maybe what keeps us from losing the game. Let's see. Sending Sifter Worm, though. See what they want to do with this. know they can keep doing the eye thing, but look, it comes down to Dracuseth, gang. Dracuseth is going to work for us now, or it isn't, and it is what it is. We get a block on the 4/4 this turn. We drop Dracuseth and have blocks again. Or we you know, and we how much we can even chain web again. So we're okay. Chump Flyer is actually good for us because it allows us to come back and kill an angel. Yeah, they make it a 5/5. We chump, and then we have a chance to bring it back later. But we're gonna just Dracuseth. And eventually they run out of eyes. No, I think we do, don't we? Oh, sorry, I thought we did. Yeah, you're right, we don't. I looked at the 6, what is this 6? 6 in exile. I scrolled over and saw the 6 and thought we had it, but I was counting the 6 in here. I don't know what's happening. There's a lot of sounds. Hey, look, I'm dead. I don't know what happened, but I'm dead.
Is this a dead man, Doctor? Very dead, Mr. Spock.
Very nice. All right. Closing it out. Mr. Grim Pac-Man trying to keep you all into respectable range. 5-2 or 4-3. What's it going to be, chat? What's it going to be? Yeah, I think it came down to that. You can call that one on me. I think Ben Stark wins that game. Sometimes I time people out for beating me, but then Hat always untimes them out like he's reasonable or something. Jerk. No, sometimes I just time out people for beating me because I'm heavily salty. Gotta own my own behavior. Let's see, battlement or explorer. Battlement gives us a sure thing. Rampart on 4, or on 3, so we'll do that. If there's no more lands on the top of our deck, we don't get a smasher on 3. But regardless, smasher on 3. We could migration path, but I love getting this dude going. I mean, true, that's just a way to guarantee it. Let's see. Path doesn't enter tapped, right? Untapped, right? So tapped. So I think we want to go... Well, we could go Cowl Explore, or we could just go Typhon. Well, Pac-Man doing okay with no land, given that these are going to be able to tap. You want to go greedy on... All right, sure. We grab... Explore away. And then, now I see what you're talking about. Yeah, now we get the migration path. Let's do that. I'm going to send the Smasher. If they want to trade off, I should have attacked first if I was gonna, but I don't care that they know. With Pac-Man being stuck on mana and us about to drop this type of stuff, I'm happy to trade off. Mike says no attack. Fenrir says no attack. You don't want to trade for their mana? Like, look at this. I would love it if they traded one of these two creatures for this Smasher. I would love it. That's true. They do get to come back for a hard hit, but we have, I mean, all right, let's race. We can race. Yeah, yeah, maybe I'm not thinking of it right. It's like, Ryan, it's not that they're gonna block, it's that you're gonna lose the race. That's fair. We do have Godzilla coming, though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We draw a land, we can hard cast Godzilla. But they have black, so almost the size of your creature doesn't matter if they can come up with the tools for it. Yeah, I'm going to offer the trade again. Same, kind of similar reasoning. It could affect us. Like, if they have the removal for the Godzilla, we could just die to that. But I'm basically saying, all right, Pac-Man, have the removal then, because this is my plan. Have the removal or face Godzilla. Oh, no. There goes Tokyo. Go, go, Godzilla. Well, Pac-Man hasn't snapped it off, but he may be talking at length to his chat about how hard he's going to snap it off. Double block on Godzilla. And then we get Rada Typhon. That seems fine. Sending Smasher as well, since Smasher trades with everything also. All right. How you like them beasties, Pac-Man? What you got? Nice. But we do have an easy sack of the battlement. And I think that's going to be game.
I do my hair toss, check my nails. Baby, how you feeling?
All right, we don't often play Gruul in Cube as observed, but it worked out there. Nice 5-2 record against some really nice decks from chat today. Fun looking Cube. I got to tell you, I'm kind of in for cubes without sweepers. I mean, I can play myself a control deck in Cube too, but my heart really lies with the Timmy Johnny stuff when it comes to Cube. I really like combos and, you know, casting 11/11 tramplers for 9 mana and stuff. That's my most fun in Cube. So I have high hopes that reducing the sweepers and allowing the basically the fun police are not around, be it sweepers or aggro. You know, there is some aggro. Watch out. The looks like there are some strategies that can really put on the pressure. So watch out for that. But I really like that that the sweepers aren't around, so you get to explore, really messing with some mid-late game stuff there. And yeah, that was nice. We all kind of just grabbed it. That was literally all of our first look at that cube. 5 minutes before we went on the air, Meanthril finished the differentiating between the old one and the new one, and we got it plugged in, but nobody'd really studied the latest cube, so it was all just kind of feeling it out based on what the cards were delivering, and that's where we ended up. So, all right. I'm going to say goodbye to our YouTube friends. Thank you so much for hanging out for that. Always fun to battle in the Gauntlet. And thank you, chat, for another great week of that. Thank you, Hat and Mama, for the coordination and exciting times this morning, but we got there. Well done. Thanks, everybody. Bye.